Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be looking at some playing cards that I recently purchased. We have some special edition ones, some not. These are just my regular playing cards that I found somewhere I don't even remember. I will actually not be including that, they're just B cards. Cash Casino or something, I don't even know where I got them or why there's a hole in there. But these are the cards I will be looking at today. These two have never been opened, original packaging, so can't wait to get in there. And we'll be starting it off with this. I have opened these ones already. I got these at a thrift store. I opened them already and was kind of disappointed. Golden Wedding is a Canadian whiskey I know nothing about, but I thought it would be some pretty cool cards. Turns out that they're just aviator cards, but I did find something pretty cool, which are these two cards, as well as there is this Joker. It's a guarantee. If a manufacturing defect is found in this deck that makes it unusable for normal gameplay and is returned before it has been extensively used, we will be glad to return or replace it. That's pretty cool. Also, you have this. You can price guide for rule books and what have you, and a coupon code for 25 cents off your next purchase of B brand playing cards. That expires on December 31st, 1995. So, needless to say, it is past the expiration date. This package was already pretty beat up, as you can see. It is taped, so that should have been an indication that I was not getting what I wanted, but that is beyond the point. It's still a good pack. There was no wear and tear whatsoever on the cards that were inside, so I am still overall happy with it. They were like 25 cents if I recall correctly. So yeah, but this art is really cool. So that's the first pack down. That was probably the shortest segment because those just were not as cool. And then you have these, which I don't know what this is, where these come from or where they're for. Maybe I'll add something while I'm editing this about where they come from. Or if there's something special to them, I will look into them more. I haven't whatsoever yet. These are also really cool. Again, I didn't check these before or anything, and there is, I don't know if you can tell, there is a little bit of wear right there on the edge of this Joker, but that is a really cool Joker nonetheless. And it looks like these are mostly in order, some reversed of course. This has a weird sticky residue, like it reminds me of Dollarama, Dollar Tree stickers that they have on there occasionally. I don't know why it feels like that, or what's wrong, why half of these are flipped. It's an odd pack for sure. It's a really cool design on the back of these. There's another flipped one. This is yeah, so these are like sticking to the backs of each other. I do not know if you can tell. It's just really strange. I'm gonna have to flip through these. I might film it. I might just. But this does look like a really cool pack. There is no more wear and tear other than the cards which I first showed you. That is a really cool Ace of Spades. That is actually incredibly awesome. So yeah, these are all like the residue, or there's residue or something. They stick to each other, so it is strange. Well, I don't know why it's doing that, but yes, that's another pack. These were, I think, $1, and I really just like the box with the red and the gold. Dexterity. I feel like that's a brand. Again, I'm not an expert in playing cards or anything whatsoever. I just think it's really cool when there's when brands or other things like pair up with playing cards or things like that. So I am Canadian, so hence why I bought these. They are these ones. I opened as far as this as well. I noticed they are still in the pack, so I will get back to those. These I bought a while back, and they are from the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them movie, Old Dusty. And I never have watched the movie, nor have I watched any of the Harry Potter movies. Not really my style, not really my taste. I'm sure they're good. And these cards are fantastic. They really do have just a quality to them. Like, I don't even know what that is. Like, Newt Scamander, Magizoologist. It's just really cool in general. Like I said, these cards, like, they have a nice feel to them. Like, they don't stick to each other whatsoever, and like they're just really, they have like a velvety sort of feel to them. They're really, really nice to have just keep in your hands like this. And then this is like Swooping Evil. I don't know what that means, but it's really cool. And then, yeah, these kings are both like that. You got owls, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, the Ace of Spades, which is a classic card. And then this, it's just like, in general, this is one of my favorite packs I've gotten. I will just be pausing on all these specials. Like, that's the J. It's cool. You have this one as well. It's just different colors, same variation. The Q. You have another A. That's the Ace of Hearts. Another one of those. So yeah, these are just really cool cards. I do like the art on them quite a bit. No, they're not worth anything or rare, but I do just really like the feel and the touch of these. Like the Joker, Welcome to New York, a magical welcome. It's just really cool, and that's why I purchased them. These were $1, I think, at some discount store, and I just thought they looked cool. The box art was pretty cool, and that's why I bought them. Now, I did only learn that this was part of the Harry Potter franchise after looking it up, because I did not know what Fantastic Beasts was. I thought it was like a Game of Thrones type thing, but it wasn't. And I have not seen Game of Thrones either. Not that big into fantasy, but some of the stuff I watch might seem very fantasy. And yeah, so I do not know what that is. That does not belong in here, does that? Yeah, no way that belongs in there. I'm gonna look that up after. And then, yeah, this is the back art for the Harry Potter Hogwarts playing cards. This is the Joker, as well as the other Joker, just different variations of the same card. This is the A, and that's K. That's the Q. That's the J. 10, 9. So these don't have variations on the numbers, I noticed, or maybe that's just by color. I haven't looked through these whatsoever. And then that's A. You have K, Q, and then I know this is Hufflepuff, and I know there's like a couple houses or whatever in Harry Potter, and I just think that's pretty cool, like the detail on these. And again, these have the same velvety kind of smooth, just very smooth textured feel that the Fantastic Beasts playing cards do. I don't like, and there probably is a specific reason, but I just think it's awesome how these feel in the hand. Ravenclaw, that's probably my favorite one. It just looks so stylized, so fantastic. Yes, the pun was intended from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Bad jokes, I know, but if you watch this, you're gonna be expecting them. Slytherin, if you know me at least. Slytherin, as again, that's pretty cool. Like, it's very stylized. Like it looks like a medieval helmet type thing. I don't know what exactly, but yeah, that's genuinely just very cool. I know for a fact this just doesn't belong in here because it's so out of place. So I'm gonna look that up after, and I'll just put that back in here so I don't misplace it. Close that as well. Alright, so now we have just these 4 left. This one goes first. Actually gonna be opening these right now. If I could just get... Let me just cut right through it. I don't know why, but this like ribbon does not want to pull out, so I'll just have to peel this off. And this feels like, I don't know if you've ever felt it, but it's like old packaging. Like this feels significantly older than like packaging if it came out in the last 10 years, because it's like very crusty and it feels like it's been, like it feels very off-putting. But I do like that it's just a flag. It's very simple, but it's very cool. These do feel like very cheap cards, however. I noticed that right away. They're like very thick. Well, not actually, but it's like relatively thick, and they feel cardboardy, and like if you listen, like it's just doesn't feel normal. That's kind of a disappointment. There is not really any variety. There's no... I feel like that could have been a Canadian leaf. That would have been really cool. Well, that's not a good sign. I don't know if you can tell at all. Just put the lamp closer here, but if you can tell, there's like red spots on there or something. Like red spots just over the card here, and that is the backing of the card rubbing off on this. That's unfortunate. I was looking forward to these having like a cool Canadian stylized thing, but it's just the back. They don't go very well. Like I'm taking with multiple cards here at once, not on purpose, but it just, yeah, overall a disappointment. This backing is all it has going for it, and that's kind of disappointing. It's a little sad. Canada, do better. These cards are not that great. Probably will just use them for playing cards or whatever. Most of these I won't. I just like to display them, but these ones are honestly pretty bad. I don't like them that much, but I mean, I guess these were also 25 cents, so I couldn't have expected more. Now we have these. These two are completely unopened. Put those aside. This is Charles M. Russell, and I do know about him quite a bit. I've just heard a lot of his work. Some people know him as Charles M. Russell. Some people know him as C.M. Russell. He was a American artist, like painter, and he painted and depicted mostly scenes of the Old West, like the gunfighters of the day. I really do love this. I love the art on here, and this is very smooth. This is all very smooth, like it's clearly an art piece. And I would never play with these because they are genuinely very cool, and then you can tell each of these has had thought put into it because they all have individual art pieces. Let me know if you would like me to make a separate video about these and go into the individual cards, but these are really cool. I do like this backing where it makes it look like a poster from back in the day. You have these flathead nails which are very stylized, and then you can't really tell, but there is like an indentation in there that is this head. So that, I think that's pretty cool, like in each of the nails. And then you have this classic leather. It looks like leather on here on the edge. Very cool designs. Not a single one of these cards is lazy in any way, shape, or form. The Joker is just this, but it does also fit very well because the Joker is typically very different from the rest of the cards. And as you can tell, all these cards kind of look like this with one of his art pieces on there. So it's very cool. And I have not looked through these enough to be able to tell you if all of these are individual ones or if some of these are duplicate paintings on there. But they are genuinely just really cool cards. I did pay $1.50 for these, and I genuinely am very happy of my purchase. I am very interested in Old West history and such things as that. I'm not very in depth with my knowledge about it, but I do appreciate a lot of that, and I am very happy that I did purchase these cards. These are definitely one of my favorite packs, as I have not opened these yet. This one, as well as the Fantastic Beasts pack, are definitely my favorites as of now. Harry Potter being in a close third, because I mostly like the texture of these cards better than I did most of the Harry Potter ones, but that's just up to personal taste. I did really enjoy these cards as well, but for now, as of yet, these are still my favorite cards. And then we shall go on to the next cards. So, Federated Insurance. I have not looked into these at all either. This is already open slightly, so I figured I might as well just open it all the way. So since it is already opening there, oh, never mind. I figured I was just gonna pull all around, but that didn't work. Let us see if we can release this. Come on now. Pull this ribbon. I don't think it wants to go. Oh no, it's going. So alright, Federated Insurance, I've never heard of them, nor do I know if they even still operate. These cards do feel pretty old. Shout out to the guy who modeled for this pack. That's a genuinely pretty good looking dude. This pack feels pretty premium. Like, you have the textured, like, feels like paper right here. Probably because it is. Wow, what a genius over here. You have this nice smooth, very smooth edges. You have this crease here that lets you, oh my, that is a very tight fit. Oh my goodness gracious, that is a tight fit for the box. Now, because these do look pretty old, I do not want to, like just pull on the edges here. So I'm gonna just push this through and then pull up all at once. That did not work as well as I thought it would. Go on the opposite side as well. And then just kind of like so. Okay. Made by Brown and Bigelow, the business builders. Okay, that's why that crease is back there, so you can do that. I figured it was just because you then could pull these cards back. But I guess that's pretty cool though, too, with this big lip. And I've never seen those before. Okay, so we have I'm assuming this is the backing. That's pretty cool. I wish, however, that it was invertible to where you could have, it inverted and it wouldn't matter if you messed them up. But I haven't seen the back yet, so maybe that plays in factor it more as these being art pieces as well. That's pretty cool. I'm assuming that's like for insurance things type thing, right? You have I don't know, him getting hit or something. I don't know anything about these cards again. And we have another, it feels like a lazy pack. like where you just took a regular pack of playing cards, slapped your logo and whatever on the back, and then just went on with the day, selling them maybe at an office or something for like $1 a pop, like just as, or maybe you'd even give them out to customers. Now there isn't anything to say about these other than that, because you can kind of tell right away if there's anything cool. I do like this aces, like this ace of spades. It's a really cool design. There is nothing special about these, as you can tell right away. There's nothing even remotely different about the king, which I usually like it if at least the kings and aces have some form of effort put into them for them being different, but there really is nothing differentiating these from the competition or any other special edition cards that I've seen. So these are going just to be a cool art design and just general cool cards, because I do like the design of this box really much, because like it's cartoony, it's quirky, right? It's different. I never really see this. However, it is a pretty big disappointment that none of these were different other than just the back. I do prefer these cards to the Canadian ones though, because at least there was a little quirkiness to one of them, that being the ace of spades, but other than that there isn't really no redeeming qualities in my opinion to those cards. But again, shout out to the guy who modeled for that picture. I will be opening these as well. These are Dale Earnhardt cards. That's what it says, $4. I actually did get these for 50 cents as well, because I was at a thrift store where I bought all of these. And I will just be cutting open right there. And come on. Okay. So you can see right away that is Dale Earnhardt's car right there. And already on the back they have Dale Earnhardt. Naturally, you have some cards as well, and if that is truly how they look, I'll be pretty impressed. You also have the US Playing Card Company sticker on there, and then it's one of these on the bottom. I would like it if you could pop these open just like you could at the top on the bottom. However, you cannot, and these do typically go for $15 in the condition I had them in, so they aren't all worth that much, but it is a pretty cool already box art in general. You have this, I think that's like for NASCAR, something on there. Again, I'm not familiar with NASCAR in any way, shape, or form. I do know of Dale Earnhardt, however, and I do love playing cards, so let's just crack this case open. Just put that in there, and that's a bummer. So it turns out this case is very thin, and I appear to have just cut through a piece of it. That is unfortunate. Never mind, actually. It is just this finger lip there. You can kind of see that I cut through, so I did not cut through the actual box. That is a relief. I do not really like the sticker here, and especially not the way you have to cut them open or that you rip them in order to open the box. I just do not like the stickers on there in general. They kind of just look ugly and ruin the box art. If there is any, Canada, looking at you. You have this. NASCAR legend Dale Earnhardt is the epitome of racing success. Officially licensed full color reproductions of the imitator appear on this deck of this of this deck of premium playing cards. Sorry about the stuttering. Okay, again, with this lip, that's pretty cool. I will be removing that sticker later. Just gotta drink some water, getting dehydrated. So you have that comes out of the box really smoothly. Okay, so these are bent somewhat. It's weird. I found the box like that as well in the store. That's pretty cool. That is again just this, but with the NASCAR logo on the bottom as well. These do feel really smooth on here as well. They have a little bit of texture, but overall very smooth here as well. NASCAR wild card. I'm assuming that's Joker because, well, that's just the way it goes, right? And you can obviously tell they were still sealed because all of these. Now, again, I don't really like when they do this. It is a little lazy, but there is more effort than there was in the Federated Insurance and the Canadian ones because of the actual background. Like, how easy would that not have been for Canada and the Federated Insurance? But whatever, I'm just nitpicking. This is a really cool card as well because you get to look at more of this car, and generally just a cool looking car as well. But then all NASCAR cards are, right? NASCAR cars. And I am hoping that the King, Queen, and Jack, as well as the other aces have varying arts, and then as well as the other suits. That would be really cool, but we'll see, I guess, when we get through this. Okay, that's awesome. I do like it. Man, that is one heck of a stash, eh? Okay, so here he is with his trophy. And then I'm assuming that's him when he's a little older. That's really cool. And then again, like, this is me nitpicking, but they could have put a little more effort into it. But it is still overall better than two other ones we've seen. And again, very premium feeling cards, and I guess that's the idea when you're making them for like a very well-known legendary NASCAR driver. It's nothing really special. Again, like I said earlier, I wish they would have put a little more effort into it, but I am happy that we got something that isn't just this as the background and then your classic poker card as the front here. And then Junior the Jack, sorry, is again one of these. I am kind of disappointed that they didn't at least put a variation of the cards on here, and then it just repeats itself, which is disappointing. Again, I know I say this a lot, but they could have put a little more effort finding some different pictures. But overall, it is a better pack than two other ones, and I do really like it overall, just because they are pretty cheap in general as well. So yeah, and again, you have a play by the rules books, price guide. I do not ever I don't never really play with these games with these cards ever. To tell you the truth, I don't know how to play poker even. I barely know how to play any of the games, so I'm not really into that. I just overall really like cool stuff and cards like these. And then you have another one of these, pretty cool, just like a generally pretty cool. And then the wild card is, of course, it's one of the things that these others didn't do, which was make a special unique Joker type card, but that is pretty cool. Now, this is one of the ones that I do like a little more than the rest. These will be higher up than the Canadian and Federated Insurance ones, as well as the Golden Wedding ones, which were just the ones without any cards, without any special cards. So here are all the cards we went over this video, and if I'm And unless something comes up, I will be making a separate video about these cards, because generally just they have very cool art. These are by far my favorite cards I've ever gotten. So I will be ranking them right now. And so by far, these are the most disappointing just because of the general lack of art on there whatsoever. These will be second because they did something unique with the Joker, and some people would argue that they did as well, but in my opinion, it just wasn't that good. And then you have these cards, which they were still really cool because they were pretty old and they were in pristine condition. But I'm just disappointed that we didn't actually get these inside of there. And then we have these dexterity cards, because I don't really know what they are. Really cool art, but then again, other side of the card, nothing really special. Then you have these, because they're just overall they have really cool art. Like, they have some stuff that I liked a lot, but they were also a little low effort. There was effort, but it was not as high as I would have hoped or expected. And then this is my lowest. This is my lowest so far. This is going higher. And then I have Harry Potter. Genuinely cool cards, cool stuff. Just not a big as a fan as I was of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. These cards are really cool. They have a nice texture. It is different than most of the cards I've been with today. And then these are my favorite by far, and I will be making a separate video on them. And thank you all for watching. I appreciate everybody, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.